just me, or does it look like Star-Lord is about to get a face full of raccoon ass here, and then just out of nowhere? Oh no.
It looks so bad. It looks so bad.
I know. Hold on, we've got to do it.
I'm not okay with how it looks.
I think it looks horrible.
Wait, is this going to be for the game Marvel's Avengers?
No,
No, not Avengers. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy, just standalone.
It's in that engine, though.
Now, they are bringing out Black Panther in the Avengers game. This is by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too little too late for the Avengers. That game is DOA.
Yeah.
It was DOA, but
it's still is.
Yeah.
So he's wearing Crocs in this one.
I feel like this is very Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I feel like
you're not wrong.
Oh, okay. This is more like the comic version of him.
Like
very much so, and I'm cool with that. But you can't bring out 3 movies and put out something that doesn't look like. Groot. Okay.
Shoutouts to
Rocket
Ryan.
Rocket looks good.
Rocket looks legit.
Yeah. Gamora looks very similar to how she does in the comics.
The way that, and I'm gonna be a hater on that and say the Gamora I remember was wearing that weird green suit with her titties out.
Did you just say Gamora like the character or Gamora?
I said Gamora. Like,
I was gonna say you mean like the chokehold?
Yeah.
I can't remember this dude's name, but he looked better. The movie version looks much better.
I'm going to explain why I hate how this looks after the trailer's over.
Rocket looks good, okay? So does Groot.
I know,
but you know what?
Let's put it this way.
I'm glad
what you're going for, it looks really, really well done.
I'm glad you said that Rocket looks good, because he's going to be the example of what they did right and why I think this game looks like because of it.
That's fair. The game is cool. Don't get me wrong. The game is DOA already.
I'll explain when the trailer's actually over.
Okay,
They were really good in the new Predator movie.
The fact that we can't listen to this with sound, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. During the combat, they didn't shut the once. Like, they were just throwing out one-liners like crazy. And I'm listening to this, and I'm just like, okay, I get it. You all are trying to be funny. Everyone wants to be Deadpool and yada yada, but shut up while you're fighting.
The lighting looks pretty decent there.
It's beautiful.
It's a Square game. It's gonna look good. Like, that's right.
Too bad the gameplay is going to be dark.
But as is tradition with Square games.
Yeah, right.
They didn't break the tradition here. The game looks gorgeous, and the combat's gonna be. We can see it in the trailer.
But in all honesty, like, you could have modeled the characters differently, made a whole other game, and it would have probably been awesome. Like, I don't know why I'm hating on it as much as I am because of that, but
I'll tell you exactly why.
It's because it didn't need to be done.
Yeah,
and that's why. This game just didn't.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy a lot. I mean, it's really actually one of my favorite parts of Marvel.
Oh yeah.
I think what really kills this game is probably what we're not hearing, which is the audio.
Yeah.
I thought the audio. I will say this.
Not music.
No, not music, but the weightiness. It was right in.
Yeah.
It was in line with Guardians of Galaxy. Like I said, it's a Guardians of Galaxy game. It doesn't feel like they tried to make a Guardians of Galaxy game before. My biggest problem with this game, honestly, is 2 things. It's 1, it didn't need to happen, and 2, the combat's gonna suck ass. That's it. Everything else about the game, the graphics, the music, and the one-liners, they might be a little much. There's a lot of them in there, but they were funny, and they fell right in line with what the Guardians would banter about.
I think if they got a little bit old in a 2-minute trailer, then in a 40-hour game, they're gonna make you like put a screwdriver in the side of your head to stop hearing it.
I think you're being 5 times more generous with that time. It's going to be 6 hours, I guarantee. Okay, the reason why I hate the way the game looks is because I feel like they have Marvel licensed. Why are they not being more creative with the designs?
Right.
Or why are they not using the movie design like that?
No. I think
I can even understand that to a degree.
Using the movie designs is the worst possible thing that they could do because
it's just lazy.
Yeah, that's extremely lazy, and they're not being creative.
It's not lazy because you're trying to reinforce the fact that you've created like an actual cinematic universe that has a standard canon. And so even though you're creating a new medium or you're using a new medium, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to switch out something, a key component to make it somehow differentiate itself from the movies. Like, we're all aware we're playing a video game. I don't hold a controller to watch a movie.
Well, they do have to do that for legal reasons. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, not even that. So here's the thing: if it looks like
if that had Chris Pratt's face, then the budget of the game would have been too much for them.
Okay. That along with the voices. So if it has Chris Pratt's face, but it's got the voice of Joe Smo down the block that said he can voice act, it's gonna throw people off, especially hardcore fans. That's why they steer away from it in games so much, because they cannot afford to also get the same people that played the character to voice act it. Right. So it's better just to have them look completely different.
The other thing that
would have been much worse had they done that.
The other thing that they almost did right is this has absolutely nothing to do with the MCU Guardian movies. This is its own entity. And I feel like this is too close to the movies, and they could have been more creative with the design and with the look of the game. Like, I don't know why it has to look the way it does. Like, it just looks so by the numbers to me. It's so safe. Yeah. Why is a comic book game safe?
I don't see anything safe, really. Well, I guess I mean, what would you?
Safe is the emphasis on photorealism. That's what I'm getting at. It doesn't.
It doesn't scream comic book. If they're going for the comic book look, they should go for comic book. And I'm not saying
going with a cell shaded 3D game.
I mean, not even necessarily that hardcore with it, but
what these companies go with when they make these adaptations like this, or when they make stuff like this, is they go with something that is photorealistic in its design visually, because that's what people are more comfortable with in a vacuum. It's what's proven to sell, but because it's proven to sell, they're playing it safe because they don't want to create something new artistically and then
it'd be
not be respected.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does it look like Star-Lord is about to get a face full of raccoon ass here, and then just out of nowhere, oh no, it's coming. Oh, and then
I'm guessing that's how they snuck onto an enemy plane. I don't know.
It's just they all randomly.
Yeah. So
basically, what I'm talking about, the visuals, is instead of creators and designers creating something new for the people, they instead keep improving what Spider-Man video games did on the PS2 and original Xbox.
Sure.
Where they went with a photorealism to it, and instead of going the Web of Shadows route, making your own cool design for it, you keep doing the photorealism thing because it's easier to design and it sells better because people are comfortable with it.
I don't know about it being easier to design.
It's way easier to design because it's easier to apply the lighting in a 3D engine when you're not applying filter effects. Well, they have filter effects on this, but when you're not applying the cell shading and all of the other more artistic designs, when you're throwing that into a 3D engine, you're applying a light source and all kinds of different stuff.
So you're talking about a 2D version?
No. Because you make a 3D model, basically Borderlands. Yeah. You make a 3D model in a 3D engine, you apply an artistic direction. In Borderlands case, you can say the cell-shaded nature of it. And then you have to apply the lighting effects and the direction of the lighting and the lighting sources and all that stuff. That's harder to design in a 3D space than photorealism.
And just off the top of my head, I could almost even picture this done in more of an older school style, not necessarily technology wise, but just overall motif of it, because you got Guardians of the Galaxy, they're listening to all these old songs, blah blah blah. They have a lot of the songs in the game now, and I feel like maybe it should have given it that flavor instead of this like futuristic. And I get it, it's Guardians, it is futuristic, blah blah blah. I'm just saying, imagine with me, if you will, kind of like an older school like drop on that. It looks too polished and too shiny, and then you
numbers, man.
I agree, and that's why it's driving me nuts. I think. I also do want to just embed in my hater status. I don't want you to pull up a video for this, and we can go right back to bitching about Guardians. But Avatar made a game finally.
Get the out of here! That pissed me off so bad.
Right, Ubisoft, what are you thinking? Actually, I feel like we've bitched about Guardians of the Galaxy enough, because I'm gonna hate that game.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. It's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna buy it. It's just that simple.